Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Motivational Rant. I am your host, Dino the Genetic Marvel, and with me, as always, is my spectacular co-host, a little impatient today, but still spectacular, Crystal Morency. Good morning, Crystal. How are you today?
I am fantastic. Oh my goodness, you guys. So I haven't expressed my feelings about Dino the way that I feel that I need to right this very moment. Like his loyalty as a friend, it's just been so wonderful.
What's
it makes
happening?
me feel all warm inside, and just like how he's so
you.
inspiring
What an asshole.
and amazing, and it makes you feel like
Such
you know
an
how
asshole.
you can't stop smiling because somebody is that amazing. That is this man, this pivot of a Greek god, this lordship, this magnificent marvel
I'm hiring.
of a human
I'm hiring.
being.
I'm hiring new co-hosts. Anyone who's interested, feel free. This one's lost her fucking mind.
How does it feel, Dino? I went the first minute saying how wonderful you are. Because you are the most spectacular priest. No, he really is. But sometimes, yeah. He's cool. I know this shirt. What does this shirt say, Dino?
It says my co-host is an asshole and makes my life a living hell. That's what it says. Son of a bitch. Such a dickhead. You know what? This is. She's such an asshole that. So this morning we were supposed to record. Something came up. No big deal. I'm like, yeah, no problem. It's all good. Because the fact is, she has a lot more than I have going on. So I'm like, hey, you know what? We'll work around your schedule.
I just kind of am on call. So.
Yeah, and that's totally. And you know what? That's that's life, right?
Yeah.
But the message, so she's like, hey, can we do this at 3, which is what time it is right now. And I'm like, yeah, sure, there's no problem. And I never mentioned that I had already set up, I had written some notes for possible talking points. I had set up, I was literally looking at my camera just waiting for her to say.
It was about 20 minutes too. So I knew that he was already set up. I knew that he was already set up. I knew he was boiling inside. I knew that it was bothering him.
Absolutely.
But I didn't find out that the PSW
it wasn't bothering
was
me.
coming till later. So and my grandpa's like, oh, well, you said that you shaved me and cut my hair because I need somebody to help me lift him into the chair. So I'm like, yes, we'll do it when
So for me, when she's like, "Hey, can we do it later?" I'm like, "Okay." Like it doesn't bother me. It doesn't. Like I'm not that bad of a person. But the message to let me know that she was ready today at 3 was. Let's be clear, okay? I can be very condescending. I can also be a prick, but I don't think I'm a condescending prick. You know, I'm not condescending because I'm trying to be mean. I'm condescending because usually I know something you don't. That's usually what it is. And I'm having a hard time telling you. So fuck you, okay? But when I'm a prick, it's because I don't like you. Okay, so I'm not a condescending prick. No, that's not how it works. But the message she sent me was like, oh my god, you don't respect my time. I'm totally ready. Where are you? Oh my goodness. How could you be so irresponsible and what you do? And I'm like, it's like that, eh? It's like that. It's going to be one of those days.
I was teasing him because
it was very funny. I laughed a lot.
So I was like, "How dare you waste my time? Do not respect my time. Do not."
Which, just to be clear, I have never said that. I said, "Listen, just let me know so I can plan." I've never been like, "Hey, I feel disrespected." I've never said anything like that. Okay. But you know what? It's very funny because there's many a times when I've sent people messages and they're like, I could totally see you saying that, and I'm like, I really wonder how people hear me in their mind because Like, Victoria and I had fought for years because I would say things and she would not hear the words that I'm saying. I think we've covered this before. And we have gotten to a point where now she listens to the words that I'm saying, not how it's said, not the time it's said, or anything like that. And and that's helpful. But I'm like, I'm still very concerned what other people hear when I talk. Because I'm like, what happened in your mind? Trust me, I've gotten some messages from some people above me where I'm like, I don't think I've communicated how I wanted to communicate, because I did not want to be that mean. I thought it was pretty nice. She's like, well, listen. And I'm like, whoa.
That's just me, though. That's my, like, crazy.
No, it's not.
I assume that
A lot of
everybody's
people thought that
trying
about
to,
me.
like, talk me down. And I feel like I have to defend. I'm on constantly, like, oh, yeah, motherfucker.
I kind of, at some point, I kind of want to see her
my
try
own
and...
personal, like, women's march, but only for me. Like, hear me roar. Roar.
Yes, I kind of want at some point for Crystal to be like, oh yeah, what are you gonna do? And like kind of chest bump me, and then I'm just gonna palm her face and go, sit down.
Well, that's
and then watch her go.
I'm one of those people that I'm like, tell me I can't do something, or tell me you don't think that I'm that person, and I will do it. I'm like, if somebody doesn't think that I can do something,
Which is
I'm like,
really not healthy. That is not a healthy way to do things.
No.
Because people will goad you into... I have a close personal friend who... this is the thing, he is very... he was my best man at my wedding. He's a great guy. And we've been friends since grade 6. So many times... Because he's very much a homebody. He doesn't like to go out, and like he has a great entertainment system because he likes to stay home. He likes, you know what I mean? He started taking up cooking because he likes to eat at home, like, which are all good things. But the problem is when it's like, hey, let's go party, and he's like, why don't we stay home and watch a movie? And I'm like, just come on.
He's got all
and
the
then
home stuff. He wants to cook you something.
I
And
understand.
watch his entertainment
Yes,
center.
which I absolutely agree with. I get it. And it's a very good quality to have. But sometimes you gotta go fuck around in the city. Okay, that's just how that is. And a lot of times I'm like, and I would goad him into it. And I believe there has not been not one time when I goaded him and he had a bad time. Every time he's had a good time.
Aww.
Because I'm not goading him for.
Baby.
I am a good time. I make sure you come first, and then I take advantage. That's what I do. That's why it's a good time. Okay.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
I make sure everyone has.
how'd you like your
Speaking
pumpkin
of-
pie?
I'm half done, and it's delicious. It does taste better warmed up. That is,
Yes.
I am not. Yeah, and you know what? I should have known better, but it was still delicious. So it doesn't really.
I ate
but I'm
pumpkin
gonna have
pie
another half.
tarts that I made too, with some of the
They were
leftover
good.
stuff. It was so good.
It was really good. The only thing is, like, I'm eating it and I'm going, this is not healthy for me at all. But I'm like, I don't care.
I only use
don't care
natural, like I
also.
only use dark brown sugar, like some natural sugar, and it's only like, it wasn't a ton of sugar.
It's so bad.
It's
I'm
so
just like-
bad. I even
I'm like,
put
I
the
don't
crust
care.
in it though too, and I put all those little things in it too.
Just to be very clear, for the earlier time that we had scheduled, I actually had that piece of pumpkin pie that I was going to eat. I had it here, so I was going to eat it while we were doing it. But then we got moved a couple hours, and I'm like, well, this is not going to stay. I'm just going to eat it now. 'Cause,
I just finished
that's
my pumpkin pie tart that I made. So
it's so good.
I am such a fucking Betty, like, ugh.
Hey.
I've always been like that. It's kind of weird.
I find
even
it.
in my
I believe
fucked
she
up
meant to
days.
say I'm such a fucking Betty Crocker, but
Yeah.
she's like I'm such a fucking Betty, and I'm like I don't know if I'd call you a Betty necessarily. Maybe
Betty
a
White's
mix
cool.
between Betty and Betty White. Betty White is older than sliced bread.
And
She's
she
fantastic.
was badass, and she was hot as fuck when she was younger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that lady did some dirty things. I'll tell you that right now.
You don't stay around forever
Remember,
for nothing.
she was popular in the golden age of cinema. There was a lot of going on. Yeah, I want that part. How badly? You know.
She's got the
Which I don't. I really just.
She's got a
Well,
long-
hey,
she's
hey.
80 years old in the film industry, so apparently her skills are one to be matched.
Her apple bobbing game is on point. Let's just put it that way. She
Betty
won
White
at the county fair every time.
Yep. She is a Jedi Master of the...
I'm glad I was looking down for whatever she did. I don't know what she did. I don't want to know what she did.
You so know what I did.
I know what you did. That's not good. So, I'm not sure if you heard this.
What did I hear?
Chris Evans, you know who Chris Evans is? He played Captain America.
Okay.
He's an actor.
Okay. No, I know who
Anyways.
played Captain America. I said okay. I would have
So-
said no.
He was on Instagram and by accident shared a picture of his wang.
Oh.
And apparently, he's got a hog.
Oh.
So,
Yeah. It's because he's like 5 foot. What is he, like 5'6" or something like that?
no,
Like,
no,
that's
he's tall.
a force to be
He's-
reckoned with. That's a
He's like
force.
he's like 6 feet tall. He's
No, he's
Captain
not.
America.
Yeah,
You can't make
but
Captain
Tom
America.
Cruise was
I'm gonna look it up now.
fucking Top Gun, and he's like 5'2"
Chris Evans.
height.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm pretty
just
sure
calm
that
your,
guy's
calm,
a
calm your
tripod.
tits, okay? That's fine. I'm gonna find out how tall he is because now I need to know. It's important.
Tripod.
It's important that the world knows how tall he is and how big his dick is. Apparently, he's 6 foot.
Oh.
So 6 foot and a hog, which means that shit will split you in half.
Or he's lazy and bad and he just wants to be on the bottom because he's like, why do I need to do anything? I've got all the tools. And I'm Chris Klein. I was Captain America. That means
He provides
his
women a
sex
ladder.
is gonna suck.
He provides women a
Guarantee
ladder
you.
so they can climb up onto his dick.
It's gonna be
great.
a
He's very.
terrible lay. I'm telling you, ladies.
That's such
Don't
a.
even
You know
worry
what? I have to admit, I'm
He's
loving that you're
hot.
saying this.
And he's got big dick, so he knows it. So, and he's famous, so he knows it. So his ego's probably like, retarded. Like nobody wants that. Like other than the girls that are like, who have
I
like,
am
who
loving
are,
this train of thought.
Well,
'Cause
it's true. It's like
it's
like
just- it's just hilarious.
realistically, because you know what? The ones that like don't know if they're good, it's like fat. It's like. It's like some people that might, get excited because they don't know when it's going to happen next. Best lay. Or they're vain like me and have issues and they want to be the best. And then they're trying to prove something. Like, so it's that. But the ones that think that they got everything else, they don't give a fuck. So she's got a big dick or she's got some super hot tits or whatever. Usually they're all like, I don't give a fuck. Usually. Not everybody, I'm just saying.
I love that you're so mean to men with big dicks. It's hilarious. Like, listen, I'll be honest with you. Like, I've said it before. I'm like, I'm not
fucked up. Like, it bothers me. Like, I don't. What? And I'm sorry, my forever penis can have a huge dick. If he wants to, I don't know, because I don't want to be sore. Although you do want to feel it for like 3 days later. But like, if it's fun, then it's a good thing. If it's not fun, then it's not a good thing. And the majority, I don't know, like all the big dicks. I haven't been with all the dick, but I'm just saying, like, the majority.
I really feel like she wants me to cut her off, and I'm not going to. Just keep on talking about dicks. This is great. This is.
Do you think like all the little dick people are like, whoa?
Yeah, they're like, I try hard all the time. You know what? It's honestly, well, this is the whole thing. So there's actually been a lot of tweets and memes going around that it's like, if you can criticize, if a woman can be criticized for the size of her breasts, then or shouldn't be criticized for the size of her breasts, then a man shouldn't be criticized for the size of his penis, which I think is actually very reasonable because love and romance, are subjective. Whereas,
if
a dirty fucking is a dirty fucking. That's
the size of my boobs, he would never get laid. Ever. Ever. Because only on a cold day does it even noticeable that I have any. Like, so it's like...
That is not a good statement to put out there, Crystal.
Well, I don't care. You got to tell it like it is. That way there's no shock when you go in the bedroom. That's why you don't wear one of those padded bras with socks and shit tucked under your boob when you go to the bar. Like, hello. Like, guess what? That surprise is going to be busted real quick. And your makeup's going to be on his pillowcase, your whole face indented. Then you just got to chew his arm off. Get there.
Nothing. No.
We should record
None of this is useful.
Before I smoke like
I don't think this episode is going to be airable.
Yes, it is. You always say that.
It's very inappropriate.
Oh, because we haven't talked about worse.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's what I've talked about.
This is actually pretty P-fucking-G, if you ask me.
Okay, so, how are you today, Crystal? Well, anyway, so I told Victoria, okay, let me get back to the story. So I told Victoria about this, and I started to, so there's a bunch of memes going around, like there was one that was a dent in like a sidewalk, and it looked like a dick and balls, and he's like, hey, Chris Evans was here. Another one's like, hey, here comes Chris Evans, it's just a shadow of a giant penis, and they're funny. And Victoria's like, well, I want to see the picture. I'm like, what the fuck, you pervert? And she was kind of like cuddling into me, so I took my foot and pushed her right off the bed. I'm like, fuck you, pervert. And then she's like, she's out here, so I'm in bed about 20 feet that way, and the door's open to our bedroom, and she's on her computer where I am right now, and she's like, okay. And I'm like, what? She's like, nothing. And I'm like, you just looked at his dick, eh? She's like, whatever. And I'm like, all right, whatever that means. Thanks a lot, honey. It's very supportive. I'm in a very supportive relationship. My wife calls me fat. Yesterday night, she brought home a bag of candy. I'm like, fuck you rat bastard. She's like, well, you wanted treats. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to die either. Stop buying me candy.
Oh, I love candy. She loves you. You gotta love candy.
She loves me, but she wants me dead. It's
no,
not
she
a good
doesn't. She wants you to eat happy. You might die because you don't have candy. Wonder if,
this
like,
one
your
giving me
body
pie.
needs it.
This one, my wife is giving me candy. I'm like, I'm going into a sugar coma really soon. I'm just gonna be like,
it's our evil master plan. No. Oh, I haven't
Yeah,
started.
sounds about right.
No.
What?
I can't think about that because my Google research has got me retarded and I can't think about that stuff. Because I'm not even on YouTube anymore. Now I'm YouTubing. Now I'm like Googling freaking everything that puzzles me in life. Like about people.
That's not gonna be good.
It's not.
That's not.
It's actually very. I've been keeping list of like where I'm searching and what I click on, what number it, what date I do it, with how many views it has, everything. So that way I get like everything is put. I just been the definitions of our commonly used ways to status people and to make somebody superior than one another. That's what's been boggling me because I'm trying to figure out people because they're crazy. So like, and I want to know like our status quos and our culture and stuff. That's what I've been working on lately, and like the definition of wealth and what wealth means to people and what the definition of value is and what value is accumulated to, and it's what the world would be without money if currency wasn't existent, or if the world was one country.
Let's be honest. It's not just that women should have never got the vote. They should have never been taught how to read. Okay, this has gone too far. I'm sorry. I don't mean that. I'm very respectful of women, and I feel that women are more capable than men. I just don't like it when Crystal starts reading because shit gets crazy real fucking quick. Okay, the messages I've received, people, not in English. They're not in English. They're not. There's some sort of hybrid. Clicking, it's a sound, it's words and clicks. The whole thing.
I have
what the shit?
Full of these shit. I'm almost like within the last like 42 hours, I've come up with I've researched.
Who does it for 42 hours? It's 48 hours, 2 days. That's the saying. Oh, I don't know what to do.
I don't. This is not what my time is consumed of. But at nighttime, this is what I've been doing.
She says that?
For a couple hours.
I think she's some sort of vampire woman. She's some sort of daywalker.
No,
she is a daywalker of some sort.
I have 2 cigarettes, smoke 1 to 2 doobies at nighttime, and then I go to bed by 11. And by 11, everything's shut off, and I no longer use my think tank.
a little dash of heroin every once in a while, and we're good. Just sets us on the train.
Start doing that crap. I didn't do that crap. I didn't do that crap. I wasn't into that.
I have to admit though,
I didn't understand why people wanted to pay to go to sleep, like to pass out or to like not be aware of their surroundings. And you're not aware of your surroundings. That scares the shit out of me. I gotta know what's
People are perverted. Yeah.
Dude, yeah. And like that makes you fall asleep. Like, I don't know, get somebody to punch you in the face or something. Like, it'd be cheaper.
You know what?
Maybe sexier.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay? Ease up. This thing is, this camera is at a reasonable space for me, but this camera is very close because of the way the hand thing is. So I'm like, like right, no, not you, me. I'm talking about me. Stop thinking everything I say is a critique about you. You're
everything
fine.
is about me. Don't you know this, Dino? I am an only child.
No, it's about me. That's what makes. You've been living in a bubble.
Yes.
I'm Mr. Bubble Popper. You wish. I was. Oh yeah. Fuck hell.
And you know why I please people so? Because you treat people how you want to be treated, and that's how good I want to be treated, and that's why I'm good to people. Because I'm really selfish, and I want to be treated that good. So like.
There's a lot of jokes I could have said for that one, but
I know. I'm just waiting for the person that treats me that good, like I do my cupcake, as quickly. I don't know. Nobody's treated her as good as me. Not lately, but she's okay. She's okay, right?
Oh, fucking hell!
So, Dino, how are you doing?
I'm living in hell. That's what I'm doing.
Are you?
I am in my own personal hell.
Did you want to talk about anything specific?
I tried. It that disappeared. Oh God, Crystal, you have been a busy bee. No, I've really just been enjoying life. I've been having a few. I'll be honest with you. I've been batting 1,000. I think we covered this over the last few episodes. People come to me with problems. I come with solutions. Come with jokes, and I'm like, I make the joke better. I'm good. Even last night, Victoria came home and she was all pissy, and we talked it through. In the end, she was great because I'm a fantastic person. And this is a problem.
I make the joke better. I make everything awesome.
That's right.
Yes.
I am a gift.
He's so wonderful.
I am a gift to
so
humanity.
Amazing.
That's right.
Such a gift. Such a great God. What is going on with your people right now, Dino?
Who the fuck knows? Well, this is the thing. So there's we talked about this. There's Why don't you tell me about my culture there, Crystal?
No, I don't know your culture, Dino.
So there are a few refugee camps on an island that have been. So the process of refugee status in the European Union is you are stopped at a certain place where you land. You have to stay in a camp. Your application goes to the European Union and it's decided upon. And at that point, you can either go to the European Union or at any point in time you can go back or you can leave to go where you came from. And people were angry about that in the refugee camp, which I don't know. I don't know how to comment on that kind of stuff because the fact is you're running away from danger. So my opinion, which is not, I can't validate because I've never been in that experience. I don't run to start with, whether it be from danger or not. I'm like, danger? Let's do this, right? My name's Dino. Let's go. But essentially what happened was they were not happy with their treatment, so they burned down the refugee camp. So now these people are homeless in a refugee camp, and they are not permitted to leave. They are permitted to go back home, but they left Turkey for a very specific reason. So it's a very difficult position to be in. But I don't know. There's a lot happening these days that I'm very confused with because I don't have a point of reference for a lot of it. But that's why it's like right now there's been leaks that the Democratic Party is saying that the virus will be cured the day after elections are finished, and you're like, that's nuts. You have now there's this video called the movie called Cuties or something, which is essentially little girls in a dance troupe being hypersexualized, and the problem is the advertisement displays it as these kids being hypersexualized, which is like, no. But the woman who made the movie, she won an award in the Cannes Film Festival because she was trying to bring to attention the horrible nature of children being hypersexualized. And you're like, what? So it's like people are saying like it was supposed to point out how children are hypersexualized, and I'm like, okay, I understand, but I don't really get how it's all working. So now there's a whole big thing where like people are posting conversations with Netflix where they're like, Netflix, like just yes or no answer. Are you guys supporting pedophilia? And they're like, we can't comment on it. You're like, what the fuck is happening? So it's very, very confusing times, that's for fucking sure. But I don't know. It's very, very, it's difficult. What do you think, Crystal?
I just think that there's a very definite...
Hold on one second. Just because I think my headphones have fucked up.
Yeah, you sound weird.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Hold on.
I can't hear you now.
There we go. Okay, that's much better. Sorry about that, guys. No, someone called me while I was talking, and I had to hang up that, but then it fucks up the headphones. It was a private number. I'm not going to pick I barely pick up for when friends call. People call me, and I'm like, why are you calling me, fucking loser?
I just think that there's a bigger war happening that like we kind of know about, and there is a war because I've been okay, everyone thinks that I'm crazy on my Google searches, but like in all honesty, I put like my Google searches has been the simple like just who owns like what just stupid stuff like simple things like who owns this or what's going on between what is the relationship between US and Israel? What is the relationship between like
whoa okay that's a very okay. So the one thing that's good about that, I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to be very careful.
Into money, right? I'm looking at money, and I was looking about how much the world has of money, and like how many trillions of dollars the world actually has, as according to the last update that I could find was 2017, which is, and I've been looking at the dates of when everything's posted and when everything's been published, and where it's coming from, like, and when I found out like who's tied in with who and who has stocks with what company, and the ones that are majorly out in our faces, and the attention of why they're out front and why they're in our faces and why these are the people that we know about. Who don't we know about? What's going on? Like I just been trying to put all the connections, and I'm nobody. I just got like I'm just learning this stuff. I feel like I didn't learn anything in school, and now this is like me going back to school. Like I literally take notes. I use a highlighter and everything because I love learning. I loved school. Like I loved taking notes, and I
check out the nerd. No,
so
listen.
I've been learning all this stuff.
No.
And like I'm trying to get as like I'm like Google's like a library that you get to find, but it's about putting your own perception on it, and I don't have a preconceived perception. Nobody's been there telling me what I should know, or they think I should know. So I'm kind of just exploring every option with no bias.
Yeah. And this is where it comes down to it. There's certain things that matter significantly in this whole idea, right? Is that
it's all money. Our whole world is gonna die because of money. We've relied this much on money. It's gonna end human race, which is disgusting.
Well,
everybody, that we're gonna let money end our existence as human beings. That's what
and you guys thought it'd be herpes. You're wrong. No. So what? So the point is this. So right now there have actually been a few countries. I'm not sure how many at this point, but a few countries and companies. Interesting. So countries have signed peace deals, and right now the Taliban is talking with I forget which country, about a peace deal as they've been at war for over 20 years. And the whole idea behind that is that this is unprecedented. And what makes it so much crazier is because everyone has accused Donald Trump of being inept. And as we've covered many a times in this, I do not support Donald Trump. We don't live in the States, so I don't really give a shit. But at the same time, it's the options that are being given are not wholesome. They're not, right? But the deal that Donald Trump is being given, he's not as bad as he's being made out to be.
The Republican Party right now compared to the Democratic Party in general. Like,
Well,
that's what it
that's the thing is,
because these are just the front runners. These are nobodies. Donald Trump is really nobody in this big game. Okay, he's been there for 4 years. These people have been here for 50 years. Like, how much
Right.
power does he really have?
right. And that's why people are pointing out that Joe Biden supported laws that literally took power away from certain communities. And this happened years ago.
Speaking of Israel
When
and
the-
the US.
Easy, we're gonna get a hit out on us, okay? Just calm down. You haven't seen nothing, okay? Insult Israel at your own risk. She would kill Hillary. If Hillary
I
Clinton
can't.
started speaking up, they'd kill her too, okay? Listen, no, but this is the thing, is you know what we should do is we should take Krav Maga classes. I think that would be very beneficial. I know very, very little about it, but it's very, very useful to someone of small stature. So, something you could use. She's very little. You could fold her and put it in your pocket.
I've been very good defense for almost 40 years in situations that men your size would cry thinking about being in. So
I don't think so. I've been to jail. No, I haven't been to jail. I'm not. Anyways, that was inappropriate. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. That was not nice. The point is this, though, is that there's a lot of things that are happening right now, and now like the entire West Coast is on fire, which is fucked. And what really, really aggravates me is that people are posting pictures, be like, it looks like a scene from Blade Runner, and you're like, you know, people are dying right now, right? Like, people's livelihoods, their cities, everything they own is just going up in flames, literally. And they won't get it back. Especially, like, a lot of these people don't have that kind of insurance. There's a lot of danger to those kind of things.
It's all happening right now, guys.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, you have people who are like, yeah, but we gotta fight for. Yeah, you need to fight fires, asshole. That's what we need to be doing right now.
Australia's fires and everything just stopped, and everything's good with Australia now. And
no, because they had an outbreak of COVID, so now people are rioting. So
yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
It's
Oh, I know. It's
I don't know. Honestly, guys, like I've been very alone during this quarantine time, in that we really don't go out at all. We've gone to a couple of things, or like my interaction with people has been extremely limited, and I don't really mind it, to be honest with you. I miss a few things, but I don't really give a shit. Like, this has helped. Like, having the podcast has really helped, to be honest with you, because I feel like when I eventually get to record according to someone's schedule, it just kind of, it's very helpful. And she's looking at me, she's like, fuck you,
That's
fatty.
okay,
I'll
I'm
kill
going
you
to say
later.
something super incredibly inappropriate on camera that could very well possibly get us shut down, but I'm going to sneak it in when you don't even know it.
That's what I tell the ladies.
Me too.
Oh, Crystal. I enjoy your humor. You are a pervert, just like me. We're horrible people.
I don't even know
Hey.
my humor because it all comes out before I think about it. So it's like,
If that happens, she's probably not going to be happy, I'll
if
tell
I
you
have
that.
time to think about it, chances are I've cleaned it up a lot. Like, so if I have to think for a couple minutes before I answer a question, chances are I had to G-rate it. Tone it down.
I was hosting one night in Oshawa, and I introduced Crystal, and she does a joke about Big Bird, and it's very funny. And when she was done, I went back on stage, and I as she's walking away, I was silent and just eyeballing her. She sat down, she looked at me, I said, and I was just like, you said you'd never tell anyone, you lied.
It was perfect.
And everyone was like, what the fuck? It was pretty good. It was pretty good, though. It worked out really well. It's a good joke, too, though. Yeah. It's a really good joke. This is the thing is, a lot of the jokes that Crystal says are very, you're just like, I'm sorry, what? Like, what the fuck did you say? And it's very, yeah. Because, like, I'm not, my humor is different. Because I say things like, you know, where people just go, I thought you were going to go away, you went the other way, and it's goddamn funny. Like, that's it's a very traditional type of way.
My whole life,
you're very funny.
No, but my whole life, everybody's told me, you can't say that in public. Don't act like that. Don't be like that. Don't tell people that. Don't do this. And comedy is one place that all that stuff that everybody's told me that I should keep to myself and that I shouldn't tell people and stuff, I let it out there. Because that's when I'm like, hey guys, this is what's up. Everybody laughs. And it's because I pick up funny moments out of shit that makes me kind of like broken. I'm like, fuck, let's laugh about it. Please. Like, you know, and because,
some of it is not funny.
Because, well, to
she
me
laughs.
it's funny.
Yeah.
Well, because it's funny,
which makes it funny afterward.
People, and it's funny to like get people to that. But I try to be as real as possible because I want people to be comfortable being themselves. Like that's what made me have all these crazy stories is because people were comfortable being themselves in front of me, and a little too comfortable sometimes.
And she has taken that trust and abused it thoroughly, and now does it on stage. That's what she's done.
Well,
she's taken all your secrets.
Them, though. I don't make
just
it sound
makes fun
bad.
Of them.
No,
publicly to strangers.
Yeah, on YouTube too.
Oh, that's not nice.
They took advantage of a woman who is clearly not doing okay in life.
Listen, let's be honest. That's a lot of people, okay? That's men, women. A lot of people are not doing okay. And, you know, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Maybe, am I wrong in thinking this? Like, listen, you're kind of responsible for your own situation, okay? And
totally.
I don't mean to downplay to say, hey, some people got a shit deal. That's true. I agree. Some people did get a shit deal.
But in whose aspect? In whose vision?
Well, no. Let's break it down, right? Like, listen, there are certain areas of the city that are more prone to violence or limited opportunities when it comes to knowledge or really growing up in a wholesome environment. Okay, well, yeah. Okay, let's call that. Let's say that. Now, is that harder? Yes. Is that an excuse? No. Right? And it's a weird thing where, like, look, there were people that I went to school with that didn't live in very nice areas. But they were held, like, it was weird that they were still held accountable to the same standards as everybody else. But so, okay, like, it didn't, like, there were sketchy people who lived in very nice houses, and they were really good people who lived in really shitty houses. That's it. Like,
just be
that's
grateful
it.
for
Doesn't.
What you have. Maybe they didn't see it as shitty. Maybe they thought that it was great. Their family was happy. They, they had a roof over their head. Yeah. They had food in their bellies. Their family sat out to the table to dinner every night. Yeah. You know, maybe stuff like that was happening. Maybe they held on to other things as precious, other than having the latest Game Boy or having the newest Nikes or something. Maybe something else was more valuable to them.
Yeah. Sorry,
I just want to have 4 towels and 4 face cloths and 2 sets of sheets. And 4
I thought about that. I thought about the other day, and I was like, I'm definitely buying you 3 of everything just to fuck with your head. Like 3 of everything. I'm gonna buy you 3 pillowcases. I'm gonna buy you 3 like.
I only need 2 sets of sheets.
I'll buy you 2 sets of sheets, but each one, like, one will have a fitted cover and the other one won't have a fitted cover. They'll each only have like an odd number of pillowcases. It's like random stuff like that. And like the colors will be like just off. I would spend thousands just to orchestrate a shitty pairing of all different things.
I would use them.
She would, and that's the thing.
Because I'm too nice, and I would just kind of fancy it.
she would make sure to serve everything. If I came over, she would serve everything on those specific days. She'd be like, "Hey, this is all the stuff you got me," and I would be like, "You son of a bitch."
I would make it look nice, so I would take it.
I know. I'm sure you would. It's I've been posting a lot of pictures, a lot of memes that are very, very funny, and
sorry, I've been learning about what's happening in the world around me instead of just letting somebody else tell me.
So I'm out of a job. Crystal's decided to read for herself, so
Sorry.
whatever. I don't know. You know what, Crystal? I applaud you. I applaud you learning. It is more significantly more difficult to take in new processes and new mentalities and new information as you get older.
I just wasn't
and
surrounded
Crystal's
by
Crystal's
information,
actually
though.
like 86.
But
Crystal
I
is
wasn't
86
surrounded by
and
information.
4'3".
Like I didn't
So-
have the opportunity to learn all. So it is like a sponge. I am like a child. Ooh, and you know what? According to Wikipedia, I am wealthier than like my wealth as a human being. If everybody wants to get real, because actually I'm richer than you, because I'm like a child with no debt, so raw. So I'm like, and it's like, what is it? Like I've says 8 million, I think it's 8 million poor people. I'm more wealthier as a human being than 8 million poor people combined. Because I have the wealth of a child, because I'm a delinquent in life, and I have not made responsibilities or had responsibilities.
This is the thing, is that while Crystal sees this as, she's like, ha, I'm wealthier than you. I'm like, you are easily abductable. That's you don't know anyone. No one's going to chase you down for that. Like, it's only going to be people
I've been told this by a really creepy military guy up in Trenton. He's like, I like you. He's like, because you're really, like, you don't have any connection. He's like, you're really a lone wolf.
Get out. Get out of there really quick.
It's true, though, like, because I didn't really know anybody. Nobody would come looking for me. Like, you know, like... I could be missing for like 3 months, and well, maybe not nowadays, because like obviously I'm well needed right now, but you know, just a year ago, I could have been missing for 3 months and nobody would have known. Like, nonetheless. And they had people calling the police after like less than 24 hours. I'm like, shit. Like, maybe I wouldn't have had to go to Mexico that one time. Kidding. I've never been to Mexico.
We've covered this before. Sometimes you say things and it's like, oh, that's not nice.
No, I'm sorry.
She's like, I've never been out of Southern Ontario. Ta-da! It's like, that's not a good thing. It's not. Let's change it. Let's change it.
I've been all
Let's
over
change
Ontario,
it, okay?
I think, yeah.
That's not much better. That's like I live in the suburbs of Windsor. Look at me.
No,
that's
I've never
not a
been
win.
that good. I was always on the west side. I was on the west side.
No. There's no good side of Windsor, okay?
No.
That's not.
No.
That doesn't exist. There's no nice neighborhood in Windsor. It's just,
No.
That's like saying, oh, it's the unpolluted area of Hamilton. Right. Look at me and my third eye,
I've been
right?
to Detroit and I've been to BC.
Well, that's good. I've driven through Detroit.
Before it was saved, and BC for rehab.
Saved by what?
Well,
Detroit
before
is
Batman saved it, Ben Affleck, when he went that hashtag Save Detroit thing, and he like cleaned up all the people and brought them into Windsor, dropped them off there, and like, cause that whole strip when you used to drive off the bridge from Windsor to Detroit, that whole strip used to be bad. Like that's where Eminem 8 Mile, what's up, baby? Used to like.
All right.
Like it was all just right across there, and the west side of Windsor's like that bad too. So it's like here's the bad side of Detroit, here's Windsor, and but yeah, Ben Affleck cleaned it all up. But now General Motors is kind of in trouble, so I feel like it might just keep going back down. So
I'm realizing that the type of conversation I get out of Crystal is very reflective of what she's wearing. There was a few episodes ago, she was wearing a very nice blouse, and it was very, very dynamic conversations, very entertaining and everything. And today, she's like, I'm wearing a jean shirt. I'm going to fuck shit up. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. It's like, other day she had her shirt like rolled up like she was some sort of gangster. And I was like, what's all this about?
It's my Leonard Skinner t-shirt, like a gangster. It was a white trash
like a redneck gangster? I don't know, whatever.
Wearing a
like white people gangster
t-shirt and a jean shirt now.
I'm worried, Crystal, that you're going to be like, I bought a dress that's all denim and patches, and I'm going to be like, listen, you need an intervention. Okay, so guys, like, share, and subscribe so we can get Crystal some better clothes.
I love my clothes. I think I dress great. People love my rock and roll t-shirts. Woo! And my t-shirts.
It's very mean of me to say this, but I'm having a great time.
Why is it
I haven't really talked this entire episode. What?
That's lying.
You just murmur.
Well, you're the one that waited till 3, and I had smoked a lot of weed by then. No, the PSW was late.
That is
the
on me.
PSW actually didn't come till like 1:30, so I really didn't have extra time to smoke weed. So, and then by time, and it was a he, thank God, because he got to do all the heavy lifting. So by the time he got here, I'm all stoned, and then I felt bad because he knows that I care for my crap, and I'm all like, huh? How can I help you? In my rock and roll t-shirt, covered in tattoos.
Oh, I can't be happier. Today's been great. I asked Victoria earlier when you said, "Hey, can we record later?" I was like, maybe I should have some gummies.
Oh, you took gummies?
I did not.
Oh,
I did not. I'm not sure I made the right decision, though. I'll be honest.
I think you should have.
What? Speak English. What are you saying?
You definitely should have.
I should have. I am a lot easier to deal with when I have gummies in my system. That's true.
Yeah, you're miserable with me. Are you sad because I keep talking?
No, I'm just a horrible human being, just in general.
It's
more so.
Is it because
if you
you're having
rewind,
impure thoughts about wanting to strangle me because I keep talking? Because I love the sound of my own voice.
So, this is the problem is I all of a sudden will have to pause myself from talking because there's like 19 jokes just like attack my face on the inside. And she's like, are you having impure thoughts? And I'm like, what? She's like, about choking me? And I'm like, whoa! Then she's like, because I talk too much. I'm like, oh, that's not where I was going with that. I was going a little more, maybe some spanking and humping. But that's, that's inappropriate because I love my wife. But she's just hit herself in the face like 6 times. I don't know if there's a fly in her room or what's going on.
It was once my knee. Don't act like I'm all Tourette'sing it over here.
She's like, ugh! For those listening in, she literally hit herself in the face like 6 times. It was ridiculous. I'm going to make sure that this gets cut into a clip. Every time Crystal has hit her face. I want to do a supercut of times when I say you're not helping, and also the times when Crystal goes into the camera and goes, and gives her sexy faces.
That's going to be like a 1,700-hour video, and we've only recorded now 79 videos.
79, 78. I don't remember. I'm okay with it.
It's 78. Trust me, guys. He remembers.
No, I don't. I'm not sure. I'll be honest. I can count it right now. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, you're right. 79.
Wow.
Episode
and he said it out loud. I was expecting him to count and pretend like it was going to be 78. No. Just to prove me wrong.
I didn't even use my fingers when I counted, so how about that? Okay? So weird sometimes. We're like almost out of time, eh? So what do you want to talk about? We have like a few minutes left.
You talk. I've been talking this whole time.
Oh my God, she's all like, I've been doing research. I'm in the University of Go Fuck Yourself, people.
I'm just trying to learn what everybody else knows.
No, I don't know if that's beneficial the way you're going about it. I want you to learn, but at the same time, I'm because you've sent me some messages and I'm not sure if you're just very, very high or if you're too far down the rabbit hole. Because this is the thing, is the way the rabbit hole works is to a certain point, it's beneficial and cohesive, and then it just kind of spiderwebs and goes everywhere, and that's dangerous, right? Because I don't want you to slip in and, you know...
Don't think outside of the box. Do you know the box is a TV? That statement, because media, don't think outside of the box.
You know, people play YouTube on their TVs, right?
They can watch us. I'm telling them to go explore.
Yes, I encourage that. What I'm saying is that a lot of times there's a lot of information on the internet that is unsubstantiated.
If they want.
I worry that she would write "help me" and hold it up, and people would be like, "I think he's abusing her." I'm like, "What? That's not what happened." And you know what? It was bullshit. We started this episode and she's like, he's the greatest in the world.
Yeah,
but you know what? I was a very caring person yesterday. Not today, really. But yesterday I was pretty nice.
No, you are the great, and that doesn't make you nice.
She's so mean.
Everything else you do is nice.
What?
I said that doesn't what makes you nice. Everything else you do is nice.
She made me pie and I offered her a hug in exchange.
Oh yeah, but he knows I'm broken. Like I can't do that. And I'm worried about my grandpa. So like
yeah. Well, I'm worried about old people at home too. That's why.
I'm all mind fucked, so I can't touch anybody. Like my aunt goes to like put her arm around me and I jump 10 feet. Like I'm all mind fucked too. Like and she's like this big. So like.
There's a lot of weird conversation happening in this episode. I'm loving the shit out of it. It's fantastic. I think we've... I am. No, it's been great. It's been great. No, I think that it's very, very, very exciting that you're reading a lot and everything. I just don't want you to get sucked in to anything. I want you to... I have a
focus of what I'm learning about when I'm trying to teach myself.
That's good. That's important. And you know what? Look, there's that fine line we talked about a little while ago, was the whole idea of if you have a focus, that's fantastic because it gives you a kind of a way to streamline your learning. Yes. What you don't want to have is a preconceived conclusion because then once you reach that...
Sorry.
I wasn't talking. Go ahead.
Go.
Fucking dick. So apparently we went to different schools when we were growing up. One taught manners. I wonder which.
Yep, that's humankind.
See? I'm the nicest person alive. I probably should have had gummies before this, I'll be honest with you. I feel like I've been a little bit mean to you. Sorry about that. But you're tough, you could take it. That's not reasoning. That's bad decision making all the it's, you know what? I'm glad that you're going into this to try and learn because it's a very beneficial thing for you specifically. It's good to learn. It's always good to learn. You know, so. That's why men love her. No, it's.
It is true. Men love to teach you things. They do.
That's also true. That is also true. You know what? See, this is the thing is I don't. Actually, you know what? Well, we're out of time, so let's go into the morning motivational rant. I am very, very happy that Crystal's learning this stuff, and I try and learn as well in my own way. Sometimes she sends me stuff, and I'm like, I'm not opening that. I'm not gonna. She's like, come on! I'm like, no, that is a bad idea.
Let's play detective.
I've already passed my addition and subtraction classes. I'm at division and multiplication. Okay, so the point is this. Two things is, number one, a lot of people are afraid to learn. And I understand that because when we're happy or content or feel that we have mastered our environment, we're afraid that any new information can set us off kilter. It can tip the scales. And when we're not at that even place, it can be scary. And in turn, we've discussed in the past was the idea of having a conclusion you want to reach in advance of something you're trying to learn ultimately provides you a disservice, because you are no longer able to learn the full depth of knowledge of that subject because you only learn until what you wanted to find, which is a poor decision. That's what keeps people foolish and absorbed with propaganda. In this environment that we're in, though, we're being spoon-fed a lot of information, and there's been a few videos that have been going out of the new ways to do mathematics, and they're shit. And when I say shit, I mean dog shit. I went to school with a girl who I think I friended her on Instagram, but I think she unfriended me after a while because I post some pretty heinous things. But she was the only one in the class. She could rap off like up to her 12 multiplication tables. This was grade 6, and grade 6. I think it was grade 6, and she would like boom, 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 boom. And we had a contest in class, and she like obliterated even like the smart kids, took them apart, and that was training she did, right? Knowing certain information and having it at the ready is beneficial. And that comes down to learning. If you stop learning at any point in your life, you are now a failure. Okay? And when I mean learning, I'm saying that could be anything. Is learning, okay, this is a little bit sexist, but okay. Learning a new recipe to do something. Great. Learning a new shortcut to get to work. Great. It's whenever you're challenging your mind to be able to accomplish more is a fantastic thing. What we have to remember, and this is what I was trying to get to before, was that there's a lot of inaccurate information out there, and there's a lot of people that try and take advantage, and you have to protect yourself from those people. And that's always my fear. Like there's been times when people have written inappropriate comments on some of our videos, which I have a laugh at, but then I will delete them. The reason I delete them is because I don't want that to be shared with others on my behalf.
Yeah.
Okay? So, little things like that, where people aren't respecting certain boundaries these days, and we've talked about this a few times, was that people have gone so comfortable with disrespecting others and not getting punched in the face that things are going to get bad. And I'll be honest with you, I was talking with somebody the other day, was that if someone starts yelling at me, I am very good at keeping my cool and walking away from a situation, because I'm twice the size of a grown man. Okay, and while I'm not exceptionally trained or anything, I am capable of delivering pain, and I don't think that's very nice to do to people. I don't think it's very kind. Now, if you don't let me leave, we're gonna have an issue. And a lot of people are in this environment where they feel that, no, you have to listen to me. No, I applaud that you're offended, but your applause does not dictate that I must be offended. Okay? This is why if you have a problem, you're entitled to solve that problem, and by any means necessary. But you can't force me to act on your behalf. That's not how this works. I am not a politician. I'm a comedian. I do nothing. And even that, I'm an amateur comedian. I'm a podcaster now. That's what I do. Okay? So we have to keep in mind that there's a level of respect we have to have when learning, when interacting with people, and ultimately, I think that it's something that we've lost touch with. And this isn't recent. I believe it's been for the last couple of decades that we're slowly getting away from that. And it worries me. But I feel like right now, with the interaction that we're having on such a grand level, that we're really close to kind of getting over that hump. And I hope someday we can look back at this and be like, can you believe the shit we were saying online? Because the fact is that knowledge is wealth, and we're so far away from knowledge that it's scary. But I think we can get back there. I think that's all I have to say. Crystal, where can everyone find you?
Everybody can find me at Simply Me on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, Crystal Morency, and Dino. Lord Dino.
Guys, Dino the Genetic Marvel on Instagram, on Facebook. I have Twitter. I have Oh, what's that? YouTube? Yeah, the YouTubes. I'm on the YouTubes. Hopefully I get to put up some new material. I need an audience. It's very awkward. But guys, like, share, and subscribe to the videos. As I said, we're on YouTube with Morning Motivational Rant. We're on Instagram. We're on, for audio listening, we're on Anchor, Breakout, Google Podcasts, Overcast Podcasts, Radio Public, Apple Podcasts, I think Castbox possibly. I don't know. We're everywhere. Literally, if you just Google Morning Motivational Rant, you get this pretty face and this lady's face, okay? It's awesome. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, guys. Share it with your priest. Share it with your mother. Share it with your dog. They might enjoy it. Woof, woof. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.